People, I'm so excited to be here today because it's New Year, and I would definitely say Happy New Year to everyone watching me today. I was itching to be on set to tell you guys Happy New Year. I'm so excited, very, very excited. And of course, I have my very good friend. His name is Sunday Okore. He's a capacity builder. And Mr. Sunday, I'm so happy to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, now he is my very good friend. We've known for like 7 years, and I would say that you are one of the most simple person I've ever come across. See how simple he's looking. Take a look, just simple. It's not like we are wear everything. All right. Okay. Today we'll be discussing how to have a good year.
Okay.
Have you had a bad year before?
Sure.
You have had a bad year.
Sure.
Okay. Now, okay, I will ask you some couple of questions
Okay.
that would help our viewers, to have a tremendous year, because everyone watching me right now wants to have a good year. But most times we end the year not having a good one. So, are there some things that you feel that could help people to have a good year?
Okay.
So, okay, let me ask you, how can I have a good year?
Yeah, it's very simple. To have a good year, just have a good plan.
Wow,
If you can have a good plan, then you can have a good year.
wow. Mm, mm. A good year, then a good plan.
Good plan.
So, how do I plan for the year?
Okay, you need to look at the things you want to achieve in the coming year.
Okay,
And for some persons like us, we do our planning the previous year
okay.
before we step into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
So we look at the things we want to achieve, where are we now, and where do we want to be,
Okay.
and how do we get to where we want to be.
Okay.
So when we look at those things, we begin our planning.
Okay. Now, a lot of people watching me right now have New Year resolution. Does New Year resolution work?
For resolution, I don't think it works.
Okay.
Because a number of persons over the years have tried that.
Yes. Probably if I'm the smoking type, I can say, okay, this year I wouldn't smoke. So why do you say that resolution doesn't work? Why?
It doesn't work because it's not backed with an action plan.
Okay.
So it's just, I don't want to smoke. And after a few weeks, a few months, you find yourself smoking again. So there has to be an action plan to back up your decision. So once there's no plan in place, you get back to the same old habits.
Okay. From what I'm hearing you say, I can deduce two things: plan and action. Okay. Then also knowing where you are, and then knowing where you want to get to. So now, action plan.
Yeah.
How do I go about already? For instance, I have a plan already about the year, and then how do I go about acting on what I've written down? First of all, is it good to write down my goals?
Yeah, very important. You must write your goals down because you can't achieve those goals if those goals are not written.
Okay.
So you must have a written goal.
Why should I write it down?
Okay.
Does it help I'm sorry, I'm asking you because I'm very curious. Okay.
Okay.
Writing it down and having it in my head, what's the difference?
Okay, the importance of writing your goals down is that once you have your goals on paper,
Okay.
you have many chances of going through your goals over and over, reflecting over your goals. But when you have the goal just up there, you have too many things you're thinking about. So after a while,
you could lose sight.
Yeah, you could lose sight of your goals.
Okay, now back to my former question. How do I go about acting out the things I've already written down?
Okay, let's take for example, I set a goal that this year I want to read 50 books.
Okay.
Now, saying I want to read 50 books is not a measurable goal.
Okay. It's not measurable.
It's
wow.
Not measurable.
Measurable. Go ahead, sir.
And I'm not being specific.
Yeah.
So I want to read 50 books. So how do I intend to achieve that?
Okay.
Because if I just say I want to read 50 books, the first month is gone, the second month is gone, and I keep saying, okay, I have 10 months to go, I'll read 50 books. No, it doesn't work that way. I want to read 50 books. So how do I achieve this goal on a daily, a weekly, and a monthly plan? There has to be a daily plan, a weekly plan, a monthly plan that leads to my yearly goal.
Okay.
So I could say, for example, I'll read one book every month. So in a month, I've read 4 books.
Okay.
So when you multiply 4 books by 10 months, you have 40 books.
Okay.
Then we have 2 months to go. Plus additional 8 books. That's 4 for November and 4 for the last month. That was about 48 books. So if you have a daily plan, your daily plan leads to your weekly plan. Your weekly plan leads to your monthly plan. Then your monthly plan leads to your yearly goal.
Okay, I have two questions to go because you mentioned being measurable. How would you explain that? Does it mean that we can have goals that are not measurable, or that is too high that we can't achieve them?
Okay, I would say there is no goal that is not achievable.
Okay.
It's only when your goals are not specific and they don't have deadlines.
Oh, wow.
Every goal is achievable, but you must have a deadline. So, for example, me saying I want to make $1 billion this year, and have not even made $1 million for the first time is not
realistic.
It's not realistic, because your goal also has to be realistic. So it's not a realistic goal. So me saying I want to make $1 million this year, good, because I haven't made $1 million before. So it's a realistic goal.
Yeah.
Now the question is when.
Wow.
From what quarter to what quarter? So there has to be a deadline. So once you have a specific goal, you have a deadline, then your goal becomes measurable. You can be able to track your progress.
Wow.
So because if you are not able to track your progress, you can't tell at what point you are, and you can't tell if you are actually going to make $1 million, or the year will come and go and you are still at the same spot.
And you could be discouraged. Yes,
exactly.
Now it leads me to my next question. For I could start the year with a plan and what you've said and all that. I can get to somewhere at April, and then I'm discouraged. So what are the things that you could tell me or people listening, to okay, people listening now, to when I'm discouraged in the month of April, how would I keep going? How would I keep trucking? How would I keep pursuing my goal, not giving up? How?
Okay, sometimes it happens when you set a goal and at some point you find that I'm not in line with my goals. Maybe I've lost track at some point. Now, it's not the point for you to quit. Quitting is not the best. Now you have to get up and just keep forging ahead. Even if there's a particular goal you set and for some reasons you end up not achieving that goal, it's not the point to quit. Just keep moving on, put the goal in view, and keep moving on and pursue that goal.
Okay, a lot of people listening right now believe that they will do everything by their own power. And what do you have to tell those people?
Okay, like I would always say to some persons about the G factor.
The G factor.
That's the
G factor.
The God factor.
The God factor.
It's
very important is that?
Now, it's very important because when we look at the universe as a whole, it's not something that just appeared from nowhere. There's a creator behind everything we see. So, and we have different religions, we have what we believe, and you're entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to what you believe. So there's something I believe, and I believe in God. That my Bible says, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways you acknowledge him, and he directs your paths. So when I make my plan for the year, I take my plans to God. I pray about those plans, and I want my plans to be in line with what God has in stock for me for that year.
Wow, I'm so blown away with these tips. I've seen the end of the year being successful for me, and then people view it. Now I want you to look at the camera and then give them just final words, final thing. Just talk to them.
Okay, to those listening to us, I would love to say to you, any goal is obtainable. If you can plan, you do your plannings very well, and you can bring in the God factor, success is the result.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Sunday, for being on the show today. I'm so glad. It took me so many weeks to track you to get on set. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then I would say Happy New Year one more time, and then go out there and take the bull by the horn. Keep being inspired, and then God bless you. Have a wonderful year ahead. Thank you very much.